Is one of the most potent elemental magic users in Marvel. Let's talk about it. People have this stigma that Storm's magical side is purely rooted in potential, that we really don't see what she's capable of doing, when in fact that's completely wrong. It has been showcased for decades now that when it comes to weather, that is her magic. Jumping through multiple different eras of Storm's lexicon in order to prove my point. I want to firstly touch on the Scarlet Witch comic. Scarlet Witch notes and is showcased Storm's usage of magic is intrinsically linked to her mutant ability. This isn't just a Storm specific thing. All of mutant kind have a magic type called mutant magic, but Storm is so much more potent and intrinsic thanks to her magical backgrounds. Nicholas was doing an alchemy spell which required the very fundamental forces of the elements. Earth, water, fire. Another mutant out there was labeled air. So Storm questions, if you have all four base elements, what purpose do I have? So we get this panel. Fire be fire. Let air be free. Let earth support the people and let water reshape the world. Ororo, you are what brings this all together. You are the weather. Connection to the weather is so potent, so intricate, that Storm invokes the very highest essence of her bloodline, the Bright one we know as the Elder God Oshter. Elements run so much deeper than you originally think. There are real-life ideologies transcribed within Marvel that practically make this fundamental aspects of reality. Wuxi, I believe, is a philosophy based in that. Ideology I'm trying to push to you is that the elemental forces are intrinsic aspects that make up various forms of reality. And just like this comic, and just like these entities, they are just that. Elemental forces that make up reality. Despite not being native to Earth, all she needed was a little bit of attunement and was able to manipulate these raw primordial forces. Close a rift in space-time that threatened to destroy this entire universe. All of the magic users in Marvel, there are seldom few, if any, that have such an intrinsic and potent connection to the elemental forces of existence. In other words, Storm is already a masterclass, sorcerer supreme tier magic user when it comes to the light side of magic. The potential we're seeing and is being pushed in her current series. Storm, for example, dark sides of magic. This is the one that's linked to her bloodline, the one she can call from Aisha and Ashake. The only problem with this side of magic is unless Storm gets some sort of accelerating and learning in terms of mastering this magic, like an entity putting the information in her head or something. Jericho ends up telling her it'd take her decades for her to truly grasp this aspect of magic, and she just doesn't have that time. Luckily for Storm, she has such an intrinsic link to her ancestry, each one of them being very, very potent magic users in their own right. So that knowledge being implanted could definitely be possible to mitigate this whole longevity aspect of learning magic. Like I said, even outside the whole dark aspect of magic, as Apocalypse noted, Storm is weather. So the cosmos itself is telling you that Storm is her. Avengers issue 4. Region of Gang end up entering the fourth cosmos. This is where the primal avatars, the archetypal concepts of entities, heroes we know of, are formed. Storm's archetypal form, as noted, is that of sky. Storm is the literal archetypal representation of the sky, of the weather, of the storm.